Yo, what up guys? So I'm back to do my my little whoop trick tutorial series. I know it's been a really long break between them, but we've been doing all sorts of stuff with the sail fly and shit. So I'm out here in the open field today to do what we're going to do today is yaw spins. Not inverted yaw spins, just yaw spins. I know that sounds a bit basic and stuff, but I use this as a way to get into other tricks and to connect tricks together, and it kind of keeps the flow going through one session. I'm sorry if the microphone quality is not great today. The wind's quite bad, and it's just one of them, so we're gonna have to deal with it today. So what do I mean by a yaw spin? Well, we know the yaw axis is this axis here. This is yaw, roll, pitch. Yeah, that's right. So when we're going to come underneath an object, we're going to just do a yaw, just to spin around to get backwards again. And I know that sounds like a basic trick and stuff like that, but people do struggle with it, and people don't do it very often, and it can really help with connecting tricks together and keeping that flow going along. So we're going to come underneath an object today. We're going to come underneath an object and we're going to yaw underneath it. But when we are coming towards the object, our drone's going to be in, you know, whatever position is, you know, depending on your camera angle and stuff, but let's say we're going to be about this position. We're coming into the object. When we yaw, we're not going to be facing backwards as such. We're going to be, you know, if we spin on, here's the object we're coming to, if we spin on the yaw axis now, we're going to turn and our drone's going to be in this position. There's no problem at all. In fact, it's quite good. So what I do is I can yaw around and have the camera in really crazy angles, but know for a fact that my drone was kind of in the position I left it. So you don't really need to know where you're going for that split few seconds, depending on how good you are. You can just kind of like fly backwards or combine it into other tricks. So we'll go through that one more time. So I mean, we're gonna go through, you know, I use this to start flying backwards. I might do a few bits of, and just to kind of pop around, do a little twist before you're going into your next matty and all that kind of shit. So I'll go for one in a sec, but we'll just recap one more time. So we're going to come up to the object like this. We're just going to find, as soon as we're going underneath the object, we're going to start yawing underneath it. And we're going to find some kind of reference point above us, just to see where we're going, so we know where the ground is up and stuff. So when we come underneath, we're going to end up in this position as we're flying back out. And we could keep on flying backwards, or we could pop a roll or a flip or half matty back in again, whatever you fancy. So let's get up in the air and check it out, yeah? Right, here we are ready to set off. I'm sorry again if the you're struggling to hear me a bit. The wind is fairly bad today, so we're just going to go for it. We're going to use this tree here today. There's a little gap underneath it. It's going to be our yaw spin practice. So what I mean again is when we're going to come up to the object and we're just going to start yawing. And you see how I give it that really nice backwards kind of flow. And you can use that same technique to get into so many tricks. So go back for it again. That backwards yaw. Oh, damn. And yeah, you can just use it to get into all sorts of things. I think it's probably too windy today for me to get into anything too technical, but we'll do a few more anyway. I don't think you need a stick cam for this either. All you're doing is no pitch, it's just the yaw axis, and just keep your throttle in the same position and you'll make it through whatever gap you're doing. I mean, it's a really easy trick, but people don't do it, and it makes stuff look so nice for something that's so easy, for a 1S, a brushed, a 2S, a 3S, a bloody whatever you fucking want. It's a brilliant trick. Easy. As I said with these trick tutorials, I'll be going backwards through it. So I'll be getting more basic as we go along. If you want to see more technical stuff, go back to my matty flip stuff and shit. Yeah, so you know what I'm like, trying to talk and fly at the same time. I'm not the best at doing it, but I'll try my best anyway. I don't really know what else there is to say about it apart from just go for that yaw. But just kind of go real slow and do it. So we're going real slow. We start yawing. I'm looking at that branch there, and I knew, you know, my height, the gap and everything. Oh God. What other yaw tricks can we do while we're in the air? Should we do the inverted yaw spin while we're here? I mean, we could do that. Could do a trick, some stick cam. But the inverted yaw spin is a really easy one. Obviously, you're just doing a 360 on the yaw axis when you're upside down. But it can look so daft sometimes when you're not at the right angle. I'll show you right now. I'll come back this way and do it. So if you're not at the right angle and you try and do it, You see, that looked all tangly and, you know, it looked nasty. Well, that one was a bit better by accident, but yeah, if your drone's at that, like we were talking before, how you think you're at one angle and stuff and you're going backwards, if you're not at the right angle, them inverted yaw spins can look shit. So how I suggest to do is to get into them first, always do the side roll. The backflip's too hard, you know, to learn them. And that was my mistake when I first started learning. So you want to try and find that point where your drone's not pushing itself forward anymore. You're just going up, but you know, use the momentum of your use the momentum of your forward push to keep yourself going as you level out to get into your inverted yaw spin. When you know you're going straight up like that, they look 10 times better. But you can do that still moving forward. You just have to make sure that point you straighten out. Oh, video's bad over there. Oh. But I'm getting off topic anyway. What about these? Just a yaw spin. Even just on a straight, you know how much fun you can have with just yaw spinning and bringing tricks together. You know, come past a tree, just a yaw spin past it. Another yaw spin through there. Bit of roll. Yeah, they really add to just the tricks between the flips and stuff. You know, yaw, flip, roll, and you can get a good line on the go. I better bring this one in now. I really hope this microphone's worked, so this wasn't a waste of fucking time. Right, I'll bring her in. So yeah, that was it. That was the yaw spin. I know it sounds simple. I know it's not a technical thing. It's so simple. I don't need to show you it on the sticks because it is literally, you know, you're coming underneath an object and you're using the yaw axis. You're finding a reference point above you and you can keep yourself flowing. And it's just to get into other tricks or just to throw in between stuff. You know, it always makes it look, you know, makes your lines look better and stuff to have a bit of variation going. So yeah, that's about it. I'll probably chuck some flight footage at the end here of me just doing, you know, maybe a couple of them yaw things in my last couple of packs I've done the last few days. So I hope, should we just go, I always do this, should we just go over it one more time before I put the camera down? So we're coming under an object. As we're getting underneath the object, we just the yaw axis that will put our drone into this position. But as we're doing it, we can find ourselves a reference point above us so we can keep looking at it. You know, as we're coming in, you got that reference point above you, your camera straight, you turn underneath, you yaw it, and you're in that angle, and then you can, you know, do a roll out or fly backwards or flip, half matty back in under again, whatever you want. So yeah, thank you very much guys for checking it out. Leave in the comments down below if there's anything in particular you want to see next. I really want to do dives and wall taps and different variation of wall taps. If that's something else you'd be interested in, leave it in the comments below. Thank you very much guys again. See you on the next one. Peace.